Well, after the kind comments from yesterday, I thought I'd do another narrated ride. This time north of the Hillsborough River, still on routes we've done numerous times before, but I'll stop and comment on them as we go by. So we're coming a slightly different way today, setting off on the bike path through the woods along Riverside Drive. And I had a shave. And there's the Hillsborough Bridge again, but from a different angle. It's a bit cooler today. I think it's 22 or 3. And there on top of the incinerator that provides hot water for all of University Avenue is the steam vent, which quite conveniently tells me always which direction the wind's blowing. And we've reached downtown. That's St Dunstan's Basilica. And the building on the wraps at the end of the road is Province House. We haven't seen it for about 4 years. Live music on Victoria Road. 60 Parnell Street. The building I lived in when I first came here. Top floor. And over there is the Tourism and Culinary Institute. Where they teach you to cook and bake. But I don't need that because I've got a Susan. And now we're approaching Victoria Park. This is a horrible modern house that was built with a lot of opposition from local people because it doesn't really fit with any of the other architecture around. Huge elms everywhere on all the corners. And now we're on North River Road, having just crossed Belvedere Avenue. There's Belvedere, Bonavista, Bellevue. Lots of different ways of saying there are nice views to be seen. And this is Ellen's Creek, named after a local farmer called Ellen. Many years ago. That's the turning to Beach Grove Road, where I used to live. But I don't have to go that way today, because I'm doing a shorter ride. My legs are tired. I've ridden every day this week. Those are rather nice condos with an underground car park. And this is the playing field for Charlottetown Rural High, covered in daisies, I think, yellow ones. Another view of Ellen's Creek. Beach Grove Road, up in the distance there. We're going to get off the road for a bit and take this path through the school playing fields and the school grounds. There's no one here, of course, not till next month. Seems to be a baseball tournament going on behind me. Lots of activity anyway. I think that's the main entrance to the school, the high school. And down over there is Hermitage Creek. We've walked a lot around there. Here we are at University Avenue, so named for that building. one of numerous that stretches half a kilometre to the next junction. It used to be called St Dunstan's University, founded by the order that built St Dunstan's Basilica in town. Anyway, let's go into the university, see what there is to see. That building is the Bell Alliance Centre, houses, swimming pool, hockey rinks. I think this is the oldest part of the university, probably the original building that now forms the core of the campus. Right next door to a much more modern one. Various faculties, all with different architectural styles, but basically red brick. Well, I'm not paying. Bye. And this should look familiar. The Confederation Trail. Not many people on it. I'm not taking it far. Maybe down as far as the urban beehives. This is the perimeter road for the university, and over there is the Atlantic Veterinary College. See if there's any animals in these pens. Sometimes we see horses. There's one. Oh no, is it? Yeah. Let's go around and have a closer look. Well, that horse looked awfully like a cow to me. Over there is some kind of a greenhouse where they grow exotic plants of some kind. That's another entrance for the university, the other side of Belvedere Avenue there. And all this area here is known as the Experimental Farm. I'm not sure what crops they're experimenting with. And this is a better view of the Experimental Farm, with the university buildings in the background there. Some kind of experimental tractor. And here's the lily pond Kathleen and I visited a few days ago. And here we are at the beehives. Quite a bit of activity there today, and this one. And over there is the interactive sort of information board. You can learn about the bees. But unfortunately, some idiot pulled the top 3 or 4 hexagons off. I think I saw them. Yeah, they're over there. in the corner of the field. Shame. There are these little windows for you to look in and see the activity. Gosh, there's loads in there. Well, I'm not stopping here for lunch today. I'm going to take my sandwiches and drink down to Victoria Park, sit by the water. That's the back of the RCMP headquarters, and over there is the back of the CBC radio station, where they broadcast every morning, noon and night. And now we're approaching University Avenue again, where I'm going to get off to walk across. The observant might note that we're just about to cross North River Road again and rejoin the route we came on this morning. Well, that's interesting. We've just been overtaken by a Triumph Stag, and now what do I see but an E-Type Jaguar? Ancient British sports cars everywhere. That looks rather nice. This is quite a well-to-do neighbourhood in Charlottetown. That was Edinburgh Drive, and we're heading towards Queen Elizabeth Drive, and this is Charlotte Drive. Just as nice. And coming up is Queen Elizabeth Drive, the nicest of them all. That there is the Brighton rear range light. And that one is the front range light. So if you're in a vessel in Charlottetown Harbour at night, you have to line up the two lights, one above the other. That way you know you're in the centre of the deep channel and it's safe to come in. And that thing is known as the Harbour Hippo. It can go on the road and in water. Let's say amphibious. But it doesn't go very fast, so here we go. There, beat it. Modern playground. This lane reopens to car traffic in the winter. And back to Victoria Park. Let's go through the puddle. I picked here to park because there's a little bit of shade. And I've already got somebody who's looking for a share of my picnic. Susan would be in her element down here. Dogs everywhere being walked. He's creeping up on me from a different angle. Right on the horizon there, you can probably just make out another pair of front and rear range lights. They guide sailors to the deep water channel when they're leaving the harbour. They're at a place called Fort Amherst, which used to be the capital. In fact, it's in an ideal spot guarding the entrance to the harbour. an awful long way to get anywhere inland. So Charlottetown took over. All that's left are some earthworks to show where the settlement used to be. He's getting closer. Well, the new one seems a little bit braver. Anyway, that's lunch done. Time to head home. That's the Confederation Centre of the Arts. Houses a museum, theatre, library. And back on Victoria Row. Another view of the Basilica. Pretty much dominates the skyline wherever you are in town. Must have got some cheap red paint. Seriously? Total disregard for the rules of the road. HMS Queen Charlotte, a land-based unit. And a closer view of the Maritime Electric Power Station, which is actually only used as a backup in case the supply from the mainland ever fails. It's a little bit grey now. May even rain later. And the Hillsborough River and Charlottetown Harbour again. And a helicopter, a yellow one. Don't know what he's looking for.